Hey, what's up guys, it's Melontosh here, back for a brand new top 5 series on the channel that you can expect to see every Wednesday. But before we get into the video, I have a little disclaimer that this is of course my opinion. If you disagree, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below with your top 5 competitive moves in Pokemon. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into the video. Kicking off the list at number 5 is Knockoff. Knockoff is a 65 base power dark type move, and while that doesn't seem like much, what makes Knockoff quite so good is that it gets rid of the opposing Pokemon's held item while also increasing its power to 97.5 if it does so. Getting rid of your opponent's item has got to be one of the most useful tools in the game. Not only do you hinder your opposing Pokemon, but you gain useful knowledge about that Pokemon, and you can make assumptions on what moves they might have. Say you knock off a Mamoswine and you find out its choice scarf, you know it's most likely not going to have rocks, and there's also a chance it probably might have something like Freeze Dry over maybe Ice Shard, as it's already got the speed and might not need that priority. However, there are some cases where a Mamoswine would run Ice Shard even if it was scarfed. This is especially useful in League Play because League Play, having knowledge about your opponent's Pokemon is so useful, and this alone sets Knockoff apart as a unique move and lands it at number 5. Coming in at number 4 and boosting a massive 3 stats is Quiver Dance. Quiver Dance boosts your special defense, your special attack, and your speed, making it the ultimate sweeping move. If your opponent only has special attackers left, then that's game. In fact, if your opponent has physical attacks left and you click Quiver Dance, that can still be game. Being able to straight up win you games at the click of a button is what puts Quiver Dance above Knockoff for me. I mean, it's basically Dragon Dance on steroids. I love it, I just love it, and that is what lands it at number 4. Taking the number 3 spot is another move that can straight up win you games. That is right, Thunder Wave Yellow Magic is here. Thunder Wave halves your opponent's speed, meaning if your opponent has a really fast threat, all you have to do is Thunder Wave it and you are back in the game, as you can really easily revenge kill that thing now, as you are going to outspeed it. On top of that though, you have a 25% chance to paralyze the opposing Pokemon, meaning you get that turn for free and they get to do nothing that turn. Thunder Wave, however, could be higher up on this list if it didn't catch a nerf in Generation 7, having a pesky 90% accuracy now and cutting its speed, the opposing Pokemon's speed, in 2 rather than by 4. However, there is still something special about clicking Thunder Wave and just imagining your opponent's face. Oh yes. We are getting close now. At number 2 is none other than Thousand Arrows itself. This move is one of 2 exclusive moves given to Zygarde in Generation 7. While I didn't really want to include any Legend exclusive moves, I felt this one was too good to ignore. Thousand Arrows gives Zygarde the ability to hit any Pokemon it chooses. Yes, that's right, it can hit flying type Pokemon and levitate users, meaning that its ground stab can hit reliable checks such as Skarmory and Celesteela, and if they are hit first with this move, it then becomes super effective because they are grounded by it. This makes Thousand Arrows easily the most spammable move in OU. People say Skull, people say this. No, Thousand Arrows has got to be the most spammable move in OU. It only has 2 resistances in Bug and Grass, which are not the most common typings, and the Grass types that are common, most of them are Grass Poison, meaning they are hit neutrally by the Thousand Arrows. You get Tangrowth and stuff like that, but it's not that common. Obviously it's in OU, but there are not that many grass types in OU. But the thing that baffles me most about Thousand Arrows is how something so simple, one move that just hits, you know, levitated Pokemon, turned this mediocre dragon that I would have used Flygon before I used Zygarde. I mean, no one, it was tossed aside, no one wanted to use it, it was trash. I can't remember, I think it was in RU or UU or something like that. And now, it's this OU monster that is Zygarde 50%, and for that reason alone, Thousand Arrows is at number 2. We are here. We are finally here, and I am excited to reveal my first ever number 1 in this top 5 series. So, last but most definitely not least, we have Stealth Rocks. Being a staple in almost every team, in every tier, how could this not be the best move in the game? Doing 12% when hit neutrally, 25% when hit 2 times effectively, and a staggering 50% to mons hit 4 times super effectively by rock type moves. Meaning that you can check top threats like Mega Pinsir, both Charizards, Volcarona without them even hitting the field. That is right, before one of the most threatening mons in that game hits the field, you have the chance to check it because of Stealth Rocks. This can also massively help with flying and fire types. Fire types are probably one of the best offensive typings in the game, while flying types is probably one of the most common typings in the game. You have all those dragons like Salamence and Dragonite that are part flying type and take 25% from rocks. You have the genies. All those mons are on a timer. Because of Stealth Rocks, they have a maximum of 5 switch-ins, 4 switch-ins if they do their EVs wrong, and that is huge. Can you imagine how much of those mons would run the house if Stealth Rocks weren't around? And yes, you can hazard removal, but you always have the opportunity to get rocks back up. And it is for that reason that Stealth Rocks takes the crown as the #1 competitive move. With all that being said, please go ahead and leave your top 5 competitive moves in the comment section down below. But that is going to be all from me today, guys. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please go ahead and hit that like button down below. Or if you're feeling like an absolute legend, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button. But other than that, I will smell you later.